Hello Star Wars fans and Star Wars friends around the world, and welcome to another video. Right, well, I've been going through my Star Wars collection room and there's a huge amount of items in there, and they're not all toys and ships and vehicles and figures and, you know, that sort of thing, the standard thing that you think of when people say, oh yes, I'm a Star Wars collector, I collect Star Wars memorabilia. You know, when you hear that sort of person, you think, you've got a lot of action figures, haven't you? It's kind of, there's a bit more to collecting than that. You can take it in many directions. You can solely focus on one thing, like action figures, or ships and vehicles, or books and comics, or you can focus on a little bit of everything, which is kind of what I do. I used to be a bit of a completionist regarding the figures. I kind of am still, but yeah, there's but the thing, my passion really does come from the food, the consumable side of things, the food, the beverages, that, you know, that sort of the food packaging, that sort of thing. I think that's where some of the creative designers get to flex their minds and their creative muscles and come up with some incredible packaging. Now, going back to 1999, when Star Wars The Phantom Menace came out, Cadbury'S here in the UK came up with some fantastically designed packaging, some awesome stuff. And so I'm doing a series of videos just focusing around my food packaging side of things, as well as everything else in my collection room, and some collection room tours and some focused items as well. So check out my other videos and you'll find, well, a whole myriad, a whole array, a whole assortment of stuff for you to look at. Some things you might think, that's right up my street, I need to watch that. Other things you may disregard and think, I'm not really into bread bags from New Zealand with Star Wars on them, which, to be honest, there aren't that many people that are. So skip that one, go on to something you do like the look of. Anyway, so I'm doing everything that Cadbury's did. I'm committing to individual videos, and I'll also do a roundup video on everything that they did for the Phantom Menace. So these containers are awesome. Now, the camera here does not do the size justice, so there's nothing on the market at the moment that's the same size as these. So I'm going to use something that you may be familiar with, which is a standard sized Pringles can. Now, Pringles are available, I think, in every country in the world, so you know how big a standard size Pringle. This is a 200 gram size Pringles can. So if I put that in the shot, that's how big. Oh yeah, it is a Star Wars Pringles can. Yeah, okay. Pringles did Star Wars cans. So if I put that in the shot, that's how large these are in comparison. Now, in today's market, Cadbury's, I don't think any company would ever make anything this large ever again. So that's the size we're looking at. I don't think Cadbury's would make anything like this today. I don't think there's any company that would make anything on this size. It would be probably half the size now and half the quantity of chocolate bars inside. That's what I'm going to show you what came in there in a moment. And the quality wise of the cardboard, if you look at a Pringles can, it's fairly, you know, if you squeeze that, the cardboard flexes quite easily. I'm not going to crush it. But if you look at one of these guys, this is like, it's a much stronger, more robust cardboard tube. Now, the idea of these things is you had the bottom here, pop the bottom off, and inside you had lots of mini bars of chocolate. In here you had, let's see, get focused, that's what we had inside. There was the fudge bar, the caramel bar, the whisper gold bar, crunchy and guest starring. Look at that bad boy right there. That's the Star Wars Episode 1 Cadbury bar. Now, if you check out my other videos, you can see those bars close up. You see the original bars that were inside as well, the character bars. There were 6 different bars. So check out my other videos and you'll see the actual bar itself, which is 18 years old, so it didn't look too bad for 18-year-old chocolate. Right, so close up, there is Jar Jar Binks. See, love him or hate him, I have made my peace a long time ago with Jar Jar Binks. I didn't have a problem with him, so I like Jar Jar Binks, a great Star Wars character now. I know lots of you will disagree with me in the comments section below. So there's the young Anakin, pod racer ready, and there's his pod racer at the bottom of the picture there. The artwork they've chosen, the pictures they've chosen for the packaging, pretty cool. The best thing is the topper at the top, which I'm going to go close up on those in a moment. Now here's Queen Amidala. And then there's a fight scene at the bottom there between Qui-Gon Jinn, Ben Kenobi and Darth Maul. And Queen Amidala in the middle there. And who's on the edge? I think there's a tiny picture of Darth Maul on the edge. And there's the fight scene, the main fight scene where Darth Maul gets dispatched. Actually, so does Qui-Gon Jinn, sadly. But that's not a spoiler alert needed there, because it's been the Phantom Menace has been out long enough now for me not to say this is a spoiler as a spoiler alert. Look at that face. Oh, I was distracted. That's a mean looking face. Right, now the topper that comes on top of these tubes it's heavy, it's hard plastic, and it's not something, again, it's not something that would be produced today, I think, in this sort of, definitely in this quality. Let's come back a little bit here. Okay, so there's Jar Jar Binks. Now it looks very sort of copper, sort of bronzy. Now you can pop this off and you could put it as a collectible on your shelf for display, or you could be like me and keep the whole thing. It's a really, really well designed bit of packaging. I say, even by today's standards of tooling, I think this is, and 3D rendering, I think this is still a very nice piece of packaging. It's definitely lived up to the test of time. So look, there's my giant man hand. You see how big this is? You just would not get these this size and this quality in the current market. It would cost far too much for manufacturers to produce and distribute, and it's too big to be on display on shop shelves. If you look around in supermarkets, you won't really see anything food-wise of this size, just because it takes up, look at that mean face, it takes up so much space on supermarket shelves. They're just not going to commit that much space to something that isn't going to make them the return and possibly not sell as quickly as other items. So there you go, guys. That is the incredibly cool, from 1999, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, Cadbury Sweet Tube. I don't know what their actual names were, but there you go. So, as always, do check out my other videos. As I said, there's definitely more Cadbury videos there for you to have a look at. You could also check out a whole mixture of crazy, fantastic Star Wars items that I have in my collection. My Twitter links are below. I'm also going to put my Instagram link. Yeah, I'm on Instagram now. So I'll put my Instagram link in there as well now. And so you can check me out on that. On Twitter, you can find my Star Wars bargains. I'm out hunting. Every time I'm out looking for Star Wars bargains to share with you guys. And I have a great band of Star Wars brothers and sisters out there finding Star Wars bargains, letting me know what they found, where they found it, and how much they paid, and then I give them the collector credit for discovering it, and feature it on @StarWarsBargain on Twitter. So check that out as well. The links are below. So as always, I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. Until next time, may the Force be with you, and bye for now.